These well-articulated words were spoken by President Barack Obama shortly after the Sandy Hook massacre, in which 20 children and 8 adults were murdered. The cause of this unthinkable bloodshed was caused by an angry young man carrying a very potent weapon, an assault rifle. Americans own at least 4 million assault-style weapons, which have no other purpose than to kill other human beings on a massive scale. Although many gun lovers may support the idea that guns do not kill people, people kill people. If people had limited or no access to this type of weapons in the country, then mass murders would decrease. That's right. I'm arguing that if people had limited or no access to this type of weapons in the country, the mass murders would decrease. Will this contention uphold the 4-way test of the Rotary of things we think, say, and do? Let us filter this controversial gun control issue through the Rotary 4-way test. Number 1, is it the truth? Number 2, is it fair to all concerned? Number 3, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And number 4, is it beneficial to all concerned? First, is it the truth that eliminating assault weapons will make our community safer? Yes. Let us consider 2 of the more recent shootings involving assault weapons, including a 30-clip box used in the Sandy Hook shooting and a 100-round clip used in the Aurora, Colorado movie theater shooting. Rather than trying to counter the Second Amendment and strip Americans of their right to keep and bear arms, government officials should just simply ban all semi-automatic and automatic rifles, period. According to a CNN report, mass shootings have been occurring more frequently throughout the years, an FBI study showing nearly 1 incident a month from 2000 to 2013. Many of these shootings have been involved with the use of assault weapons, which can hold up to 100 bullets per magazine. The average death rate of shootings with assault weapons make up 28% of all shootings. However, the use of these type of weapons increases the average death from 5.4 to 8.3 deaths in these mass shooting incidences. Currently, there are no nationwide restrictions on the purchase of assault weapons, except for California, which will institute a ban in 2016. As a matter of fact, even after the Sandy Hook massacre, an individual walked into a gun shop and purchased an assault rifle in just 5 minutes. Considering what had just occurred at Sandy Hook, one would have expected all sporting goods stores to have at least implemented new regulations, or at least temporarily prohibited the sale of assault rifles until new regulations could be assessed. During the 10-year ban on assault weapons from 1995 to 2004, there was a sharp decrease in shootings per year and also a noticeable decline in the death rate over that 10-year period, as far as assault weapons were concerned. Once the ban was lifted, the rate skyrocketed from 16 shootings per year to 27 shootings per year. Second, is it fair to all concerned to legally eliminate assault weapons from the hands of American citizens? Well, some may argue that legally stripping Americans of their right to keep and bear arms, like assault weapons, is a violation of the Second Amendment in the United States Constitution. Allowing individuals to simply walk into a gun shop and purchase an assault rifle without any requirement or any pre-screening is certainly irresponsible. In 1994, Congress took a significant step when it banned assault-style weapons. However, this ban was ended in 2004, and no new legislations have been introduced to curtail the use of these types of weapons. In other words, Congress has already shown the resolve, or the way to make America a safer place by banning such weapons. In a recent speech by President Barack Obama, he indicated his opposition to assault rifles when he declared, "We can respect the Second Amendment while preventing irresponsible and lawbreaking people from inflicting harm on a massive scale." These remarks were made as he sat down to sign an executive order to curb gun violence. Congress and the President must again muster the courage and determination to put an end to the sale of these types of weapons. In addition, Congress can also offer a buyback program, which would compel individuals to sell their guns back to the government. Moreover, people who are afraid to admit that they own this type of weapon could return it anonymously. These 2 small, simple steps can go a long way towards minimizing the deaths and destruction caused by assault weapons. So, for the third test, will banning assault weapons build goodwill and better friendships? Yes and no. Yes, it would in a way limit the ability for criminals or the mentally ill to carry out mass shootings in the capacity we have seen quite recently unfold in cases such as Aurora, Colorado, or Sandy Hook Elementary. One can hardly prevent such atrocities as acts of goodwill. Well, on the other hand, this issue is extremely controversial. As we listen to my speech today, many of you may be on the opposite side of this debate. Because of the controversy surrounding this issue, the process of eliminating assault weapons from our streets will bring controversy and foster debate. Such disagreements may build better friendships as people hear both sides of the cases argued in the public sector. But because of the passion of people hold their positions in, all be safer in public places. So, as Rotarians, what can you do? Imagine for a moment the scene of a first responder to a mass shooting like Aurora, Colorado, or Sandy Hook Elementary. The first responders come with lights flashing and sirens sounding, ready to help anyone in need. Let me suggest that as Rotarians, you guys can act as a metaphorical first responder by sounding your sirens of concern and shining your emergency lights of awareness towards the issue of gun control and mental illness